Hey guys, John Richards here. In this video, we're going to talk about planning for 2020. I know it's almost the end of March. Why are we planning for 2020? So depending on when you're listening to this video, right now we're in the middle of a quarantine for the coronavirus outbreak. So, a lot of goals have kind of fallen to the wayside because you can't do them, but it's not a time to just sit and just let everything fall apart. That'd be a bad thing for you to do. So you need to do something I call a reset, and sit down and take some journal time. Maybe in the morning. I like to do journaling in the morning, and just sit down and just really think through. And I ask myself the focusing question, and the focusing question's in a great book called The One Thing, written by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. But it has you identify what's that one thing. So what's the one thing I can accomplish this year, such that by doing it, everything else will become easier or unnecessary. Identify what is that one goal. And if you achieve that one goal, everything else you achieve will be easier or unnecessary. Okay? And in my case, I'm identifying 3 goals. No more than 3. You shouldn't really have more than 3 anyway. But maybe they're smaller, maybe this more narrower, maybe your goals are going to be a little different because of what you're going through. But do not sit on your hands during this and just let everything fall apart. That's the worst thing you can do. So reset, and then ask yourself the focusing question. And if you've not read the book, The One Thing, written by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, definitely do that. I have it I have the book, and then I have audio book, and I'm continuously listening to it. Plus, there's a great podcast. But what's the one thing I can do? Such that by doing it, everything else is easier or unnecessary. Then I identify what's the one thing. Then if I earn the right, now I ask myself this question, if I earn the right to do a second thing, what would that be? Okay? And then that's my second goal. Now if I earn the right to do a third thing, what would that be? I try to identify 3 goals, but one of those are always my one thing, as Hal Elrod calls it in the Miracle Equation, your mission. What's that number one goal? And just really focus in on that. And then now that you identified what your outcome is, you need to brainstorm your process. Every outcome is preceded by a process. The process is those daily, no more than weekly actions you're going to take to achieve that outcome. And it doesn't have to be a big giant thing. A lot of times, what we call extraordinary effort is not all that much. Like losing weight. It's as simple as restricting calories and working out, maybe doing some supplementation. So brainstorm what your process is. And then identify what are the 3 process goals that it takes to achieve that goal. And again, you ask yourself the focusing question. What's like in my case, let's say I'm trying to weigh 220 pounds by the end of the year. What's the one thing I can do to get to 220 pounds by December 31st, 2020, such that by doing it, everything else is easier or unnecessary? I write that down. If I earned the right to do a second thing, what would that be? If I earned the right to do a third thing, what would that be? Now, here's the most important part. Here's what most people do, and they don't do right. And, they have it on a do list. Do lists don't work. There's so much evidence out there that, that all the high achievers that I follow, they operate from a calendar. I have a calendar. This is Hal Elrod's calendar. But I have a calendar that I operate from. And this is my daily worksheet. I scheduled this last night. And that's what I'm operating. I'm in the middle of the corona, virus quarantine just like you are. But I'm not sitting on my hands. I'm working. I'm going to be watching TV or doing some other things. But I'm going to continue moving forward because it's important to me. It's important to my family. It's important to the other people that I work with. So make sure you schedule it. Okay? And then just simply get up every day and follow your schedule. Maybe you don't work as long. Maybe you don't work as intensely, but you're working. You're continuing to move forward. Hey guys, if you like this, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Tell me if you liked it. Hey, make sure you comment what other videos during this time you would like to see me do. And also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell notification on the side so you get notified of any future videos. Go out and make it an awesome day today, guys. Thank you so much.